That's an alpha, everybody. You may not like it. It may offend you to see such raw masculinity on display, but that is what old school masculinity is all about. That's Trump. He's trying to appeal to religious people at this faith and freedom thing that they do every year. They say that it's like the big gathering of religious people for the right, but don't you feel like they say that every month, that there's some random group of right-wing religious people that get together and it's like the big thing? Anyway, he is, I don't know, faking an orgasm. He'll have what she's having. Is he messing up his pants? I don't know. He's an old guy. It's a thing that happens. Anyway, in reality, that is Donald Trump trying to appeal to conservative evangelicals by mocking female weightlifters at the Olympics, and those are people who compete. He's pretending that they're desperately trying to beat transgender women who are competing against them. Now, why exactly it is that they're struggling so much when they are weightlifters? I know that Donald Trump thinks that exercise is bad for you, but female weightlifters are incredibly impressive athletes. But again, it's a reminder that for all that they use supposed concerns about women's sports to attack trans people, they will continually undercut it by mocking the very idea of female athletes. So that's, I guess, how you appeal to evangelicals these days. Francesca, what do you think?
I think it's incredible that his base, number one, thinks that's funny, and number two, thinks that he could lift whatever imaginary weight he's lifting in real life, like that he would stand any chance to get anything minimally over his head. Like that's not happening, but that's exactly right. Like, it is him making fun of, like, oh yeah, you're weak girls who we care about and we want to protect the sanctity of your sports because you're weak, strong. I forget. Anyway, I hate trans people. Moving on. Like that's what it is. They don't know the tactic. They don't know what they're doing. They've obviously never enjoyed women's sports. They don't support women's sports. They don't put the proper funding or attention to women's sports. It's like, again, it's the same bad faith stuff around abortion rights. Oh yeah, now when people are forced into motherhood, we're gonna, we're gonna roll out all kinds of Medicaid expansion. We're gonna really help moms. Like, no, you're not. You're not.
No.
You're going to bad faith cobble some policy together that never goes anywhere. And then just sort of say you tried to maybe do something that one time. Well, we sort of tried to maybe support women's sports, but no, we're gonna mock it mostly.
No, not at all. Look, as I've been saying for a long time, you're attacking trans people because you legitimately care about women's sports. Okay, you can claim that. And if you do not go to and support a women's sporting event for a month, then you need to shut up for the next month. Like, if you want to buy yourself the plausible deniability, then go to an event, go to a match. They're all over the place. There's lots of great leagues, lots of great athletes. No, you're not interested in that? Okay, then maybe shut the hell up about the entire thing. Also, by the way, like, remember when he tried to drink water and it required his full concentration in both hands? Maybe don't mock people who are working out. And by the way, while I was talking about this in the pre-show, obviously not a big fan of RFK Jr. because he believes literally insane things, but he is going viral these days for his like working out videos. Why doesn't Trump do one of those? He's the huge alpha. He's the masculine guy. He's the big tough man. Why don't you do some push-ups? Why don't you do an incline bench press like RFK Jr.? The right loves RFK Jr. Clearly there's an appetite for this. Trump, whip off your shirt, bust out them pecs, and start cranking out a few reps. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. No. By the way, Craig is the TD. Craig, thank you for not going to Francesca while she was doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was getting out my pecs.
Nope.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.